He got it. Leonardo da Vinci. Let me pin that, Young Riaz. Hey, doggy. Young Riaz got that one right there. So, Leonica, you did good. Michelangelo, good job, Edgy, baby. You tried. It's good. It's no problem. Hey, we rocking out. We having fun. Young Riaz got that one. He is the winner of this one. Leonica got second place, but still, we got two people.
What happened? Why did it go? Funny news by YouTube. Okay. I'll get mine. Hello guys. Thank you, Cecilia. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Okay, let me add something here and HTTPS. Yep. Thank you guys. Sorry for the short time, wasting time and all that, but it's going to be fine. Just needed to get on a little bit, So we decided to vlog today from the house. So Cecilia, thank you for keeping your word. Thank you for keeping your promise. It's like I sort of, made a little mistake. Probably I made it at even 14, 15, but this is a 14, 11. because today's date is 14. So I thought 1404, I thought the time was 1404. So I made a little bit of confusion there because the time and the date, it's all on the same space. So that's why I got a little bit of a confusion, but it's okay. At least a little bit earlier, it's not an, you don't have to be too late all the time. A little bit earlier is also good. Hello, Kemi. Welcome, Frolic. Frolic, today is Frolic inside the house. And the weather is off and on. I want to sit in the garden, but maybe the internet will cornering. So I said, okay, let me sit inside, and we do it right from inside. That's the thing. Thank you, guys. Welcome. Thank you. Wow. Kemi, Cecile, I saw you at NS. Yes. Kemi, were you there at NS? Did you hear the latest story? Is there any ending to this saga? Because we just don't understand what that is really happening again. Everything, it's every day it's a different story, different folk. And where did I keep the speaker? Oh, it's hidden here. Oh my God. I should just put it here. Well, my Bobby is it falling out or what? I don't really seem to understand. This side or this side. Sorry, guys. We women. Today I was telling my husband when my stepmother first wanted to go to America. And we were talking about the cows. When I listened to the cows of NS, then I remembered the first time Mom wanted to go to America, and she didn't really wanted to go, and they wanted her to come at least do some medical checkup and all that. She didn't want to go. And when they manage and push her to the American embassy in Lagos, and they asked, Mama, how long do you want to stay? The immigration officer asked, are you going to stay for 2 months, 3 months? And she said, what do you mean? What about my goats? Who will give them food? So I was telling my husband, was laughing. Vico, your colors are fabulous. Thank you. So she was telling them, and the immigration officer said, what do you mean, how long? What about my goats? Who will give them food? And they said, Mom, now you have your children here. You just come and visit. And he said, no, but the goats, they need me too. So it was like giving preference to the goats. Then the children, she wanted to go. Who is going to give them food? So I was listening to NS, and I was just laughing my head out. I said, everything about this village, well, it's about animals. It's all about what they ever had before the arrival of the YouTube world. So this is exactly where we are. Anyway, welcome, guys, to VicoReal_space. And it's me, your big girl, the old kip. We call it here the old kip. Well, you guys know what is kip? The old chicken. That is still walking. Victoria. So, and welcome, guys, to today's frolic. Frolicking in the house. Sometimes for a change, it's also good. And this is where we are. So thank you guys for joining this live stream. So today we talk about a little bit of everything. It's nothing really big there that we haven't heard. We have heard of almost everything. Probably we'll still have some more coming out later today, because I do a bit of checking, and it's still all the same story, still about the same story. So now, like what NS is saying, is like revisiting the old story of the dog. And as of this point, we don't know exactly, but I was like, number one. Yes, thank you. Okay, exactly. That's all they can show for wealth in village animals. Yes, that's true. The animals are always there. They have this link, connection, bond with them over the years, because that's the only thing that they ever had. And through reproduction, they can sell off some and use it to do a lot of things in the house. So they always had to make sure that they buy, the female ones that can reproduce. Maybe one or two male one that will get the female one pregnant, and with that, they have something to sell in the market. Once they want maybe two or three at a time, and they sell it. That was wealth. It was wealth. And they also drink from that milk from the goats. Then the chicken will always be there to produce eggs. So it was, a normal way, village life that people were used to, and they were contented because it was just pure. It was pure. Everything there was pure. Not what we see right now, that everything has taken over, the scam, everything. People become wiser. Somebody said, why are you sleeping? You are sleeping. Hey, come and do like this. Come and do like this. And they all jump into it, into a wagon. It's just like a wagon without knowing the destination, where it's going to land them. So that's what I see here. And the whole story goes about one thing or the other. And the backbone of it is fraud, a scam. So that coronates the whole thing, the whole story of a village life. So that's exactly what we're seeing here. But, Nyabohanse to the world. At least it's been placed in the world map, in the YouTube map. Well, we still thank the Kenge for doing that. The only thing is that he destroyed that family organic setting, village setting. He destabilized it. And now the YouTube has, has bring out the worst part of it, whether for the good, whether for the bad. It has bring out people, a different crop of people from what that was originally known. So that's what we see here. Cecilia, too funny. Yes, you call us, all right. Yes, okay, I was number one. Yes. That's true. Kemi, welcome. Looks like a popularity, yes. And Kemi said, if they put such high walls, how will people see their wealth on YouTube? No, people will not see. So because if you see, then you won't have the urge to do more for them. So they know what they're doing. Only when they want to make content out of it, then they bring it out. Then they show the cross leg. This is my garden. This is my flower. This is this. This is this. Just to make content out of it. But the donors, most of the donors are struggling. They're sacrificing their last penny to send out because they just want to help. They had to help. It's there. So, but when every day there's this invention of stories and stories. And guys, don't forget, Cecilia said so much backstabbing and confusion in that village. That's true. And Cecilia, Kemi, if I must remember, because I remember too, Enes said the Gentu's wife or partner is his stepsister. This was some time ago. He said that. It's his stepsister. So indirectly, they're in-laws. And they have children that will share the same bloodline. His own children will share the same bloodline with Gentu's children. So they are in-laws. One is like the whole village. They're all married to each other. There's intermarriage, connecting them. So sometimes it's even different. It's even scary to even go deep into their problem because the problem exists. It's just like a family problem. They know how to solve it. But for bringing it out to the YouTube, well, we're here for content reaction. What can we do? But sometimes too, we also have to take a look back at a little bit of their history, of their story, which does not sometimes correspond with what they're trying to portray. So the backstabbing comes in here because it's handy and all for the sake of content, for whatever they're going to make out of it from the YouTube monetization, figures in which they look forward to every month. So, hello, Kiniki. Welcome to the house. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining the show. So now I see the whole scenario is a sort of what should I even say? They said the more you look, the less you see. The stories just keep cropping up and they're not really matching. So Kemi said, if they put such high walls, yes, how will people see their wealth on YouTube? And Cecilia said, so much backstabbing, confusion in that village. That is true, very, very true. And Kemi said, Cecilia, what a shame. Yes, it's a shame. They sit right in the village and help is coming from the diaspora, from everywhere. You just sit inside your house and it's coming. Or you just take up a small camera, because it's not just about content anymore. Everything is geared towards donation. And it's like a sort of extracting, sucking out money from the donors, in which most of the donors too are vulnerable in their own way. They may be, and they may not even know, because people that have their own vulnerability, and they don't seem to even understand what they're doing. So, and Cecilia, polygamy causes too many issues. Yes, Gentu's wife is a stepsister to Ernest. So their families, there's rivalry to a greater extent, and everybody wants to succeed. So the equation is not balancing. Everybody's like this. Oh, look at what this one is doing. They go and peep. They peep at everything each of them does, and they go back and they sit back and they said, what is happening? And I also noticed one thing too. When Jintu started that project, there was a time Jintu had a party. And in that party, I noticed that the YouTubers in the village were not even there. So I had asked what happened. They're supposed to rejoice. Meanwhile, from our own doors, from our own houses, we were rejoicing, dancing. Kemi, if you remember, with the Jintu's live band going on, Jintu, we were rejoicing. But I noticed the YouTubers in the village did not attend. They didn't attend, and why? And this was just something for the village, in which everybody came out, they cook, they drink, they eat, they dance, which was really nice. I think this was towards Christmas, around Christmas period. So the rivalry, a little bit of jealousy, can I say a little bit, or just say jealousy is there. Anyway, jealousy is always there everywhere. So that compounds the whole situation, that is sometimes one might not really be able to really understand where they're going to, what is their motive of every story that they bring out. What is it about? What's behind this story? So that's what we haven't been able to see. So Nikki said, Jason and Gina said that what surprised them was that a lot of the villagers are related to each other. Of course, they're all related. So that's why you can never get the truth, because closed doors, they will go back and tell them, hey, change the story. Can you help me? And they help each other. Sometimes they even offer each other money. And the narrative will change overnight. And we that had carried the story to look like we don't even know what is happening here. Anyway, sometimes they tell you don't even know what is happening here, which is true. We don't even know what is happening. The truth is that either sometimes it's for content oriented, or they know exactly what they're doing. But the YouTube is there because if somebody lost something, you're supposed to, the right quarters to go and report, not reporting on the YT headquarters. When you report in the YT headquarters, then people are bound to react. The reaction continues. The reaction is part of like a watchdog to most stories or most news that will come out. It's just like in a normal television setting. You find news, one ABC News will carry this, another one will carry another one, Fox will carry another one. They'll, like weekends, they run analysis on most of like the newspapers, what the newspapers said, what people think, and what do you think about this that was happening here. And you have panelists sitting down and analyzing it. So it's just like a part of reaction. But that is one thing that they fail to understand. Reaction is there to safeguard the truth, whether it's the truth or it's not the truth, or to bring more explanation, more, to broaden the news to people outside that are watching. Even though we all contributed to, like the keyboard reactors are also a principal component of this news outlet, because from their suggestion, from people's suggestion too, then sometimes reactors too can also miss some points. Then with the keyboard reactors too, bring in their own experience, bring in their own knowledge, what they think, then it helps to, bring the news in a broader way to balance the news. So this is one aspect that sometimes, when today they say this, tomorrow they say that. But we have already analyzed it within between reactors and the keyboard reactors. We have everything already compacted to a greater knowledge of each of us. So that's what they failed to understand. But, well, today I listened to NS. Yes, he's my friend, but sometimes when you said something, I laughed. But most part, I only chip in that, hey, remember, I remember that this guy is your in-law. Your sister has children with them that will share the same bloodline with your own children. So it's a family. What can we say? So, and Kemi said, Nikki, okay, why can't NS solve an issue with the GT off camera? Yeah, that's true, because they're family. They have to solve it and not coming out. This one said this one said this. What is it about? What is it about? What do they want us to believe? But we know what it is already. So when you come out with your dirty linens, we'll just hear laughing. The truth is well known already. So and Kemi, yes, that party had not yet even Mogesi. Yes, Kemi, if you remember, none of them were there. Meanwhile, we were rejoicing. That is, giving life to the villagers, giving something back to them. They're happy. See, we say, look at them, they're very happy, dancing, drinking. We were the one behind the background, rejoicing, but no YouTuber in that village was there, which was extremely bad. So even at that point, I had started wondering what is really going on here. So, okay, now Celia said, we will never know the full truth. We can only guess with these streets. Yes, it's all guesswork that we've been doing. Atlas Glaze, welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you very much. You're welcome. So, and Kemi said the way they stop working once AdSense sets in. That is the thing. They just abandoned the normal work that they were doing. Farming is good. Now people eat from farming, large-scale farming. Right now, all over the world is a booming market. And that's what they failed to understand. And Nikki said, reaction helped with transparency. Yes, reaction, safeguards transparency. Because without that, lots and lots of things could have gone wrong, whether in that village or worldwide, if people were not there to react. Even with all these mainstream and media all over the world, there's always other people, panelists that comes out once, maybe in the weekends, and analyze from different papers. Everybody says his own opinion, and that counts, and that gives broader knowledge about exactly that story, how it came to be, and how it can affect the society, and what more to expect, whether it was the truth or half truth. So reaction is just part of it. It's just like that. It's just like that. So, Loud Darlington, welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. Fagere, hey, welcome. Leave my NS alone with that gentleman, please. Yeah. And now NS is our friend. Yeah, but reaction is reactions. When you see some small dots that are not really not really tight, and you have to ginger it a little bit. I'm sure you understand the thing of Fakere. Yes. So Fakere, good morning, everyone. Okay, Kemi Fakere. Okay, Loud, Kemi, darling. Kemi. Press like to call others. Please, like the button, like the show. As we keep ironing. It's about ironing. Now it's reaction without receipts. It pairs well. It even makes the job easy. Hey, Quickie Lily from Germany. Welcome, Quickie. How are you today, darling? Welcome. Thank you for joining, Quickie. And Kazan. Hello, Vicky. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the house, Kazan. Thank you for joining. Thank you. So Cecilia said, Loud, Quickie, hello. Yes, Quickie is our friend from Germany. Nice, sweet girl. Kazan, hello. Okay, Cecilia, Kazan, hello. Yes. So we keep ironing. If there's something I've forgotten, somebody wants to type. So just type. Nikki, hello. Cecilia, Herbert, hello. So Nikki, if there's something you want to write or loud, you just say it, and we iron a little. Now here it's like we iron a little bit of something. Is sort of miscellaneous talks, gist, and what's going on in the world too. We can also talk about a little bit of everything, world politics and all that. but YouTube has taken most of my time. At least in with Twitter, I used to post every other day. I was almost living off Twitter, but and now with YouTube has really taken a greater part of that liberty into politics. But if not, politics was really my niche, international politics. So that's exactly where we are today. So, Kemi, Fakere, good job. Fakere, listening, guys, heading to the doctor. I was supposed to lose 20 pounds. I only lost 2. Then you keep eating heavy. I hope he's impressed with only 2. Then you haven't started, Fakere. I've just come back from my own doctor's appointment today. Anyway, it was about my cholesterol. That's the only thing that really affecting me. But I don't know because the doctor said some people from when you go on menopause and the cholesterol situation kicks in. If not, I never used to have it. So, but we've done it before. It had reduced to a certain level, and I'm still on some drugs that I was taking. Only that I wasn't, sometimes I was feeling rubbish each time I take it. But well, right now getting used to it, just like sometimes it's, but not too bad anyway, because my doctor said, oh, mine is even higher than your own. So why are you worried? I'm like that, because once you identify one thing about me, especially health, I never really had health issue apart from that. That's the only thing that I had, but it's like sort of, I think it's combined with the, when you go on menopause, most of all these things, it comes handy and easy. It's not that I even eat much. I never go to McDonald's, very rare. Most things, even the oil that I use, the olive, extra virgin olive oil, I don't use the extra virgin. I use the mild one. That's the third squeezing, the extra virgin. The first squeeze is what you call the extra virgin. Then the second one, then this one, the third one is the mildest. So no cholesterol and all that. So all that is well control about everything. But I'm still yet to see. So now another 6 months appointment to check. So that was the only thing that I did this morning, which is okay. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. So welcome, guys. Who again haven't I said hello in the house? Yes, Cecilia. Okay, Kazan, Vico, we been chat and dive into Vico Real Space world. Bring it on. Yes, I will. It's part of it. We all talk about it. We are all people here of a certain age, and an age that we can share a lot of things about ourselves, which can also be beneficial to another person. So sometimes chats like this also help. And you know your stand, and the other guys know their stand. It's like I had a chat like this when I was going through IVF for almost 15 years. 15 years IVF I went through, and that was also another trauma for me. And we had a chat that we all discussed the medications we were taking, how you feel, and how you can tamper to get out of it. And all that. Well, it was a real something that my husband sometimes said, oh, if you were to write a book about IVF after 15 years, it will be the best seller because you went through the ropes all around from morning till night. So it's part of life. We've seen it all, and that's it. So Loud Darlington said, this Esther and Kohara feud, how will it end? Well, we don't really know what a trigger Kohara at this time. Did Esther send somebody to him? Did Moringo's mother send somebody to him? Or did any of them threaten him? Or is he using that as a yardstick to ask for attention, to ask for the 16 cows, plus, if you have to, with interest? Let's consider the years. Is it 34, 35 years ago? So if we count, man, the guy could be a millionaire, multi-millionaire. So Cecilia Kazan munching on food while we chat. Oh, nice. And Vico, okay, Kemi said, Vico, olive oil for good cholesterol. Welcome to senior years. Yes, that's true. We are there, and we have to take care of ourselves. We have to watch out, and we have to sometimes feel free to communicate with friends of a certain age, and something can come out. This can tell you, well, this is what I'm using, this is what I'm doing. It helps. But above all, we have to exercise, gym, Swimming, I do swimming and walking or biking too. I bike too, but just right now the pollen is coming out. So I'm a little bit redundant of biking now. So that's exactly. And Fikere said the cholesterol drugs gives diabetes in long run. So try to do without it. Yes, that's true. It gives, diabetes. I've noticed that, but the one I'm using is from the natural drugstores. That's what I'm using, the natural drugstores, because I have a friend who's using the normal one from that the doctor recommend. And every time she come back, it's still high. It's still very high. But mine has reduced because I just choose to go natural. That's why anything, except they don't have that recipe, that medicine in the natural shop, then before I can go the other way around. So I don't hardly do that. But it's okay. Only that in the beginning it's a little bit, it's a little bit better. Mine, I will attribute it to menopause. When you go through menopause, a lot of things are bound to crop up. So it's part of the journey to womanhood. So Kazan, Biko, amen. Thank God for good health. Thank you, Kazan. And Kemi, loud, no end. Kora has to fit in building. Yes. The building is coming. It's going to come, and probably that's when they will run crazy. Just like running crazy about the G Castle. G Castle gives so many people headache. It gives everybody headache. And probably they're looking at it like it's going to be even probably bigger than the white mental hospital. So that gives a lot of people a sleepless night. But we are here to see everything. If Cohera decides to build something, why not? Whoever can help, we will try to help him, even if it's a bag of cement or something. What's wrong about it? Probably if Cohera has something, Cohera will now relax. Because now it's like pressing on the neck, pressing. What are you looking for, Cohera? We don't know. Okay. So Cecilia said, as we age, we work harder to maintain good health. Yes. We have to work hard, exercise, take a walk in the evening or in the morning, especially in the evening after eating, if you have a good weather. You see, most times I sit here and I see a lots of people. Immediately after food, everybody's walking. I said, hell, what am I doing here? I just jump out and I join. I join. So, and Kazan says, Cecilia Herbert, I pick my popcorns. Yes. Thank you. Fakere, it's Cohera life story. So how will the sue without going broke? How will it sue without going broke? Well, we don't know how the story is going to end. We just don't know. We just have to watch what they are doing. It's a family feud. And sometimes it can also be embarrassing. It's sort of embarrassing, honestly. It's embarrassing. But what can we do? We have to watch them. Because Cecilia said, Kazani, yep, popcorn canals dropping on the keyboard. That's true. And Kemi Fakere knows I been daily just in case it's my last day. I don't miss my favorite meals. That's true. I just ate my egusi and atama. Editan atama. I always forget those two leaves in my place. You just put the small, sweet one, drop it inside the egusi soup. If you want to use the bitter leaf or something, you drop it and then, I just had that. And my son said the whole house is smelling of fish. I said, that is my identity. You have to accept it. So, and Kemi said, Fakare knows, okay, I've read that. Picture Thinker, hey, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the show, Cecilia Kemi. Yes. Picture Thinker, yes. Kemi, say no to Dr. UGS. Dr. UGS. Is it the shoes? It's for the children to wear it for us now. Let us rest. My God, we've had enough about life. Yes, and Kazan said, Vico, finding peace and learning to walk alone, enjoying alone time sometimes helps reduce stress, which is also a number killer. Yes, that is true. Health, finance, and environmental factor influence our health journey. That is true. Health financial and environmental factor. When you guys want to argue about the finances, you want to argue about the environment and all that, everything. If you guys know what happened today to me, I think I should keep it to myself first. When I was with the doctor, there's a topic she brought out, and it was like my blood pressure was like this. And after, he said, okay, calm down. Then we try again. And when we tried, it went down. So I can imagine what is happening, what that can happen, you know. Some small stress can just boom. Wow, c'est la vie, that's life. Lucy Warren, hello, darling. Welcome to the house. Lucy, thank you for joining the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Fakare said, I meant drugs. Yes, that's true. Okay, because I saw DUGS. So I thought it was the designer shoes that we use from Australia. Is it UGS? UG what? Something like that from Australia. Wow, it's a nice shoes. It's a nice designer. And Kemi Cloud said, Fakere, my red wine and chocolate. My red wine and chocolate ice cream will hold my hand into heaven. Oh, Kemi, you like red wine? That is good. My God. We collect wine. Lots of people give us wine, and we never hardly could even. Hey, my neighbor is watching, and she's coming inside to see what is happening. Ninke. Yeah. You're watching? You want to see what's happening here? No. You don't want? And you're watching? Okay, I'm live. You want to show your face? No. Okay, you run away. Okay, then you came to check. Inquisitive neighbor. She's watching from her house, the next door, and she came here to see what's happening, and now opened the door and she stretched her neck to look, and with her phone, and is running the live. Then I said, "You want to come inside?" No. Wow. So this is where we are. So, Kemi, okay, I meant your jokes. Yes, I know that. Red wine. Oh, red wine is good. That's why I said, Kemi. Yeah. Most times we collected lots of people from people and all that, from clients, from my husband. And after we redistribute it too, we give it out because we hardly drink. We drink maybe when we have visitors in the house and they want to drink wine, fine, we drink. Or maybe the small birthday party, then we drink. Well, my son's birthday is Wednesday, that's 16. So I hope it will be a good weather. We can have it in the garden, or normally we ask him to take his friends out to wherever they want to go to. So that's whether he likes the African party here because he collects a lot of money gifts. And he will be counting the envelope. Each time somebody's dropping envelope, he's counting. Mama, hey, it's now 200. Mama, it's going 300. Mama. Then he said, next year we plan it bigger, much bigger. I said, no, because I'm the only one cooking and all that. I take stress of it. So that's it. So guys, at least they're friendly enough to come in. Yes. No, she's always here. And Kazanviko, never wondering why you are speaking to yourself. And now she's on the, she was watching me live on the notification. So she saw it. And I think she probably would have been standing by the window here. Then she now came ringing. And my husband opened for her. And then now she opened the door. She was peeping. And I said, you want to come in? And then she looked and said, oh, no. You know, white people are like that. Sorry to say that. So Namaste. Welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you. It came in Nigerian kids and money gifts. So crazy. Yes, it's true. They're just crazy about money. They count the money, count. My son never miss a penny in his account. He will count it, everything. So every time he wants to take out money, what we do, we give him a small card and chip in some money there. He said, until you are 18, before you can have your account. And he said, why can't I have my account? Why should you have your account in your phone? I want it on my own phone. We said, no, we chip in a little money there with your card when you go out to like football or something. That's kids. They want to, take control of their own, but they don't know how we grew up. We never had anything. We never had anything. So now it's already, anyway, I think it's the banking system here, because once they're from 10 years, they have already sent them, give them the card, the bank card, so the advice, you don't give the whole account to them. You separate the savings and the running for them, and just be chipping in some money for them when they're going out, just to enable them use it anyway. Very soon, the world is going to go cashless, so it's going to be a card. It's going to be card, so still part of it. So Namesta, wow. Thank you. So the village shenanigan, it never ends, and it's never going to end. But we know, let's believe that the whole village, they're all related, one way or the other. If they are not related, then they are in-laws. And one way or the other, this is a place they should have been able to, to solve their problem. They didn't need to come to the YouTube. So when you come to the YouTube and somebody will say, oh, for people, reactors that are just reacting without knowing. But if you didn't come out to the YouTube, how would we have been able to come out to react? We react on what you bring out to the YouTube. If not, you can keep your story to yourself or go to the police to report and seek justice. But when you get us involved, then we have to report. And the reactors will also be there to contribute, to weigh in both sides, on both sides of the stories. In every story, you have the person reporting, you have the opponent, and you also have people in the middle. And that is where the truth lies. So that's the point. That's the part that we have found ourselves here. So, and Namaste said, Cecilia Herbert, please, where is your blue jacket? Cecilia, hope Moringo didn't take it. I saw a blue jacket on a sofa in Romina's video. And what do you think Namesta that jacket was doing there? You think he went in there to do something and left his jacket on the couch and went in? Well, we're waiting for this Romy. Because probably it's for content. Out there, their belief, once they have a white audience, a white participant in any story, the story sells better. So I think it's about content. It's about using this girl for content. If she really decides to join them to Africa. But then she has to learn English, because his sister is even lucky that she can speak English. So that helped her a lot. She can stream only with English, probably translation in Spanish. But then, how many real followers does she really have that are Spanish based? I don't think they have much. The whole followers are of Moringo's clan, the black diasporans, in which she keep on talking bad about, continue calling them parasite and all that. So at a point, we thought she would have been done with it, but she just keep on doing this. So, Cecilia, it's true. Justice for Cecilia Blue Jacket. Cecilia never mentioned that she wanted, but in a plate of gold. Now, Cecilia, you're in. Say something, Cecilia. Put on your jacket now, and let's see how it looks like on you. Put on your jacket now, Cecilia. What's Romina's future? She's now embroiled in the Moringo web. That's true. Cecilia, I thought I've given you. Yeah, Cecilia, you have it. You have the blue jacket, Cecilia. No, you have it, Cecilia. You only need to wear it. Type something and let's see. Let's see. Yeah, you have it. You have it. You have it. No, the thing is that with Romina, we don't really know. I bet Moringo will say one day he invented the YouTube blue jacket. Yes, he's going to say that. But then Moringo does not distribute blue jacket like that. I think Madam Harassment controls that blue jacket line for all of their channels. I think she controls it. No, she nominates who is eligible to wear the blue jacket. And I think she controls him. She controls him. She tells him what to do. She tells him exactly what to do. Probably she even tell him, don't marry the long nose. This is what you get in the future. And probably too, that marriage, now Mr. You are a mess. Kazan, it's true. I don't think Ruru has forewarned Romina the hit in the YouTube streets and their reputation. I think she should have been able, Romina should have been able to see that because they watch him, and also the subtitles. So since most of the language they use is English, then I think the subtitles should help people like Romina or the cousins or the nephews and nieces to understand what that is really happening. Because once you type that name, Moringo, whether through the negative, not don't say negative, intelligent reactor side, or through their, do you call them positive or what do we call them, or on that level, or on his own personal channel, everything will come out. So if they really want to follow the story, as of that time, they wouldn't know which one is the people that favors him and which are the people that don't favor him. So if they really want to just follow only the name, click and listen, click and put it on what do you call it? I've just forgotten. So it will show, in the preferred language, Spanish, it will show everything. So without being told, she's supposed to know. If she's educated, she will know. And if she really wants to go into the YouTube, of course, you're supposed to do your own investigation to see whether what your sister is telling you is the truth. But I believe that the sister would have said, Mom, Pop, you said, why did I bring a one-eyed man? I have been wandering the streets of Mexico for 5-6 years. And that preferred blonde or blue-eyed, I couldn't find. If I had found one, I could have brought them here to you guys. Mom, this is what I can find. Please accept him. After all, I'm making money out of it. Mom, look, this is what I get from a YouTube every month that I never had before. That for all the years in Argentina, I couldn't make. And before I left home to Argentina, it wasn't a bed of roses. It was also difficult, but I left because I needed to survive. This is what I'm making today. Please, Mom, accept him. So I think the tingo could have gone like that. So Kazan said, Kemi, so true. And I don't think Roro has forewarned her. Yes, that's true. That's true. We've just said that. And Cecilia Hebert Namasa, you are a mess. No, Kemi, Kazan, did you see the image of the American subscriber who donated the laptop? Must have been his last penny. My God. Here we go again. Yeah, I saw that thing, but I wasn't too sure. But I think it's an elderly person. It's an elderly person. Wow, what a world. What a world. So Cecilia said, Kemi, chill. The aged will wear their jackets privately. And Kazan Kemi, imagine mental, yes? And Kemi said, poverty ignores all evil. This family was broke, completely broke, completely. It's a pity. And Kemi said, Cecilia, yes. Sonia's Adventure, wow, welcome, you're late. I'm here. Yeah, thanks for joining the show. And Kemi said that the money made Moringo white for Roro parents. Yes, the money turned him white. He's only become white. He become a white man because what they see in him, they don't see the blackness. They don't see the one eye. They see the dollar. They see the money. They see a life-changing machine in their lives. And you guys, if you really take a look at where they live, it's not that somebody wants to bully them. They are down below. And one day he was doing a video too. They were always also gunshot, pop up. right there. So it's not even a good neighborhood too. But probably that neighborhood would have been developed. I think it's a neighborhood probably between 30 and 50 years. If you consider the inside, the tiles inside the room there and all that, should be a neighborhood of probably about 50 years. So probably they were not the first owner of the house, or even if they were, the other older sisters, elder sisters, they were all born there. So it looks like it has been a rough neighborhood, a rundown neighborhood, because once you could hear in any place you hear pop pop, then forget it, forget it. So for them, this is about the best thing to happen in their life. So the color is no more there. They don't see the color, they see the dollar. They have been able for the first time in their life to enter a flight, a local flight even, talk less of the international that the one eye is planning for them. The international one is going to come. They're going to end up in that village. And that will also make them make more content, more money from it. So everything is like, use me, I use you. I see this sequence, expanding and expanding. So Cecilia said, Kemi Chile. Yes, imagine. Okay, Cecilia, true. The morning met Moringo White for the parents, yes, and Sonia Bencho. Hi, Sonia. That walk on Saturday was great. Nice, thanks. And Cecilia said, fake white man in a black man's skin. First, that's true. And Namesa said, Donatus International. Yes, that's true. Donatus International is working out here. Namesa, Cecilia Herbert, when he was in the village, he kept arguing in our culture, in my culture, and now it's a different thing. Now we hear another story. And Cecilia said, I hear pop, pop, pop every day in my neighborhood. Yes. Yes. Some neighborhoods, they are like that, because you have the hoods in bigger cities, like in Paris. Right in the center of Paris, you have places like this. In Rome, you have something like this. In Germany, Berlin, right in the center. You have all these rough neighborhoods there. They're all stationed there. But this is a little bit outside. And I'm wondering if it could be this way. How was it by then? And that's why the old man kept warning him not to go out there. So he's virtually imprisoned inside the junkyard. Or he has to go out with the old man. And that's it. But along the line, by the way, we don't even know what is do you guys even have any idea what is happening with his resident permit? Was he able to renew it? Or is he going back home? Or what are they really waiting for? That's what we're not able to understand right now. So Kemi said one thing for sure is that Moringo is not dishing out money to them. It is Roro's subscriber money working. I think so. And probably the people donating now decided, okay, let's give the lady something, since she's the one that did this house for the parents. So, and he might not even be happy too. He's his woman, but he might not be happy that money is slipping off his hand and going to Roro. And before you know, Roro's account is swelling up. It's swelling up. Probably he's never had that amount stagnant one time in her account. And now she wakes up to have that. So the one eye man does not exist for me. I see my dollar and that's it. And Cecilia, big city problems. My city is crime capital of the world. Yes, that's true. It's true. And Kazan Vico, so funny, one-eyed, blue-eyed, blonde, Roro found her match. Moringo is her ATM. She clearly said she does not like the future she foresees and don't want to be part of it. So Moringo is short-lived. It's short-lived. It's exactly. She knows what she's doing. Her channel is growing, and donators are there to support her. Even if Moringo decides to go today, and that baby is still with the mother, people are even getting used to the baby. The little smile, they make the baby smile every day, taking him out, and people are looking. Donatus will always be there with long nose. Long nose, it's not going anywhere, even if. For her, I think she's really reconsidering her situation. What's the need of going to Africa? Whereas I can stay here and still make my money. I have my donatus. Yeah, the people. And some will even give her and tell her, don't tell him. How will he know what Roro is collecting? Only if she says it out. Likewise, himself too. Roro might not even know how much donors are contributing to him because they're paying into his account. So it's like use me, I use you. They'll be hiding things from each other because remember, guys, these are two people that are binded just by money, but not with trust, not by trust or by love. No, there's no love there. I don't think there's any love. There is no love there. So this is something. So Kazan said, "Was very true. Moringo breaking all the cultural rules. Yes, everywhere he goes to, he breaks it, and it's part of him. And this is how did Ivan just put it? How did I venture put it? It's a shame to the black race because anywhere he goes to, it's a shame. I've forgotten the one word that I ventures used. So Namisa said, Kamisa, really, Mexico gangs embedded here too. Wow, it's everywhere. Those people that are strong anywhere they go to. Once you have one day, 2 day, 3 day, it's something else. Okay, Namisa, really, Mexico gangs embedded in Chicago is a gangster territory on every street. Yes, everybody knows that. In the 60s, 70s, oh, Chicago. Kazan, it is short-lived, maybe before end of 2025, who knows? And the Kemi said, Namesa Z, I see Kolima took over. It's possible. It's possible. Atlas Claire, Cecilia, they must have some big pow, poo, pow. Yeah. Let's wait and see how far it goes. And the chemist Cecilia, we are neighbors. Wow, did I forget that? Bullets land in bed whilst we are sleeping. Yeah, honestly. Never say, oops, I live in the very center of Liverpool. Crime is immensely away from here in the inner city. I'm kind of lucky. Yes, you must be lucky. But Christmas Liz was there. You know, Christmas Liz are originally from Liverpool. So he was there. In fact, I was just watching his video. Oh, Christmas Liz is shooting now 489,000. 489, I think I just saw this morning. 486,000. Bellies. And he's been there 2-3 times. I think he draws a lot of his supporters from there too. So, we're just talking about Liverpool. Then I remember that Chris is originally from there. The last video that he made there, the gangs and the hoods of the Liverpool. Okay, he showed all that, and he said, "This is I'm original. My parents are from here. It's my root." So, and Camisilia, the beaches and lead keeps us forgetting the crime. Yes, sometimes it's good to take a walk out and just relieve the brain, and it's like getting out of all this stuff. Sometimes it helps because the more we listen, the more pressure that comes into our brain, then the stress disorder and all that stuff. So that we'll forever keep on working hard to get out of that part. With our age, we need a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of calm to go ahead. Well, Lucy Warren, you still here? Thank you, love. Thank you. Thank you, Lucy. Wow. And the Kemi Namesta Ze, lucky you. I love big city and skyscrapers, hopeless concrete city life. Wow. Yeah, some people that love the big city life. I've had a lot of big city life until I decided to want the space, peace. Because some big city life, it's apartments and all that. So, but it's okay. In Kemi Atlas Glaze, true. Atlas Glaze, Kemi, you have me cracking up here. Please don't crack. Good morning, everyone. Sonia. Please don't crack, guys. So we've seen a little bit of this. So, but let's see what is going to happen with the Romy baby going to the village. It's all about building her up, and it's all about, I think the long nose had convinced the parents and convinced the poor girl. What are you doing here? How much do you save in a year? This is my account. This is what I make. And you have to get out there. Forget about the color. Forget about whether you like them or you don't like them. We are here for the money. And that's it. This is how I've changed my life. After all, I waited till 30 years. You know, she stayed for till 30 years before meeting Kenge. Yeah. Because if not, she's, okay, I think this year she's 31 now, 32 years. And time going without a baby. So for her, it was about the best that she could have made for her life. It was about the best. After all, she doesn't lose nothing. After all, anywhere she is, Kenge will take care of the baby. Let's assume so. Let's assume that he will not, out of jealousy. If Roro decides to abandon him, he can do the same thing that the father did to him too. Because what we see here is a circle of story. The same way that the mother took away the sister to Bioda to adopt. And after that, when Biomom took the children and him to Machete to adopt. And now the son too, with Roro, probably tomorrow too, Roro will say, no, I don't want you again. Now I have my source of livelihood, revenue. What was I looking for you for? I have everything here. So it looks like it's a circle. That's what I see here, guys. It's a circle. Yeah. It's a circle. Kohera took in the sister with the mother, thinking he found a beautiful flower, a new flower. Yeah. And he didn't bother about the father of the daughter, of the girl. He didn't bother about the father, but took the mother and another person's daughter in, as if, maybe, well, he said he adopted or what have you. But at the end, when the woman wanted to leave, of course, he left with the two children, his own and the one that she had had. And now, take them all to Machete. And Machete said, oh, welcome to my kingdom. The kingdom of boom, 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 boom. Let's read again what Kazan said. Vico Moringo was a guy who prided himself as a man who never cooked or any household jobs, saying African man don't do all this task. Now he goes to shop, change diapers, cook and clean. Roro humbled him. Finally, one person must always humble somebody in this life. And Roro was his humbler. And Kemi said, that's a shameless guy tapping into elderly family last drop. So I've done it again, because if not, is it that they don't sell laptop in Argentina, that somebody must have to ship it, send it through from America? Wow. So Kemi said, Kazan, that's African man until they meet a Muzungu family, females. That's true. Atlas Glass, Kemi Klaus is a comedian, causing hilarity, enjoy everywhere. Yeah, the thing is that most African men, when they marry African women, they don't do anything. They expect the woman to do everything. By the time they marry Muzungu, they go to Muzungu. Muzungu will use them like trash. They will be doing everything for the Muzungu. So this is the reward for our men. We see that a lot of times. When it's black to black, it's a problem. They don't want to do anything. No, it's a job for a woman. No, how can you ask me to do that? How can you help me to help you with the house chores? It's your job. And the woman will do everything. Go to work, take care of the kids, clean the house, do this, do that. Especially in the Western world. Especially in the Western world. It's not that if it's in Africa, at least you can have a living housemaid 24/7. But here, if you at most you hire somebody just to come, clean the house, and go. Maybe he comes 2 or 3 days a week. And go. The rest things, your food, everything you have to do it, wash. But when it gets to Muzungu, they will become housemaid to Muzungos. I've seen it a lot here. I've seen a lot everywhere. I have seen it. So, Namaste, Gracie Griffiths, welcome. Welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you. So, Atlas Glad said, Namaste, hey, I see Kemi. Sure, that's true. And Kemi said, Kazan, remember the interview wrote it with Con Mom. Is it now very clear? Someone needs to analyze it now after Kohera drama. That is true. She had an interview then by Cornmore. I think Cornmore used her for views, that sort of a thing, and there were some common expressions, and some was a little bit contradictory. But well, now everything is coming to the open. Everything is coming to the open. I think we will revisit that. What should I say? We will revisit that story so that at least we can analyze it with what we're seeing now, because more is still going to come, even if she will want to come to the village, if she will want to come back to the village. I think it's just to help the sister to build the channel. It will be on that aspect, to help the sister build the channel, because the other channel that he had opened for the nephew, and quickly had 1,000, and after that we don't even hear about it again, because the nephew is only using Spanish. And does he have a Spanish audience? No. Does he have anybody in Argentina watching? No. So it's all people from the village, and people from the village, people that will hardly have money to buy data for their internet, for the Wi-Fi, and they want to start wasting time to be typing a translation and all that. So it doesn't work like that. So the whole story, let's just believe that he's just trying to get Romina to Africa for views, because all his people, they want views that come from Muzungus. And that's it. A story, it's a captivating story. So, but we are yet to see how it's going to unfold. Kemi said that louder. Exactly. The control Roro is portraying. It's exactly what's on to houseboys and no love. Control right, left, and center. Yes, that's exactly what it's doing. Hey, Captain Cake, welcome to the house. Thank you. Thank you for joining the show, Cake. You're welcome. So Kemi said, Vico, the guy brought the laptop. Did you see him in restaurant by Romy? Yes, that's what I'm saying. That person doesn't look like a young person. There's something more to that story, because I saw it, but I didn't conclude. I was waiting to see whether they will make a follow-up story to that before I decide to make a content of it. There's something that is still not quite clear there, because sometimes they forget that they leave traces of whatever lies that they're trying to cover or to portray. But at least if we see two of it 2 times, then we'll be able to come up with something. That's what I was still studying there. So, okay, now Mr. True, Mr. Kohera was comfortable adopting someone else's child. Says it's their culture. Perhaps it's true. Kama has its way too. Doesn't respect culture. Kama doesn't respect culture. It comes direct. Boom. Boom, kaboom. So he said he adopted Winnie. And now Machete adopted Moringo. And now Moringo with a Roro, what are we going to say? Is her own father going to adopt baby M? Because at this point, even a Machete name on Moringo, on Moringo's baby, it's not even clopping up too. So it's like wiping out the clan, the bloodline of Kohera. So probably this is one thing that is driving Kohera naughty, crazy. So it's like a circle. It started from Kohera adopting somebody's child without, saying, no, give this child back to the father, or let the father have a relationship with her. But on this last interview, he said the name of the father of Winnie, I don't want to call names, that he would have wanted to, but I don't want to mention the name. Why? Because probably mention that one's name, that one will also have a story. You snatched my woman from me, just like Machete snatched the same woman from him too. So now when he tries to balance his story, that is a threesome, a woman for 3 men. This. But you forget that. Kohera forgets that he too snatched her from somebody, from Winnie's father. And now, Demon, Lady J's own, snatched from him too. Machete snatched from him too. So it's like a circle. Then the baby M over there, we don't even know what's going to happen. Whether the baby M will ever be able to come back to Africa, or whether at the end he will say, no, this name is not even my bloodline. Then why don't I only keep my mother's last name? So the whole thing, it's a circle, guys. It's a circle. Do me, I do you. That's what we call in Africa. And nobody will be annoyed. So Kemi Klaus said, welcome, Captain. Okay. And Namesta, sorry, I don't see two ladies getting back to that village. No kitchen, no washing machine, no tap water. But maybe I'm wrong. Yes, that is one of the reasons, we've been thinking about it too. But I think that kitchen is asked for donation from time immemorial about that kitchen. Many people, many donors could have given him money for that kitchen, but probably he keep using the money for other things. That's what I don't know, because I remember from that time there was a particular time that somebody came taking measurement of that kitchen and said this is what's going to be here, and he was standing there, he was videoing it, he was showing everybody this is going to be here, and the guy to use it in his own YouTube too. This is going to stand here. This is what you call it, the island kitchen. This is where the island will be, and this is where this is here. I remember that time perfectly well. So what happened to the project? What happened? Because he would have probably paid something, or he just busted and decided to use the money somehow. We don't know. So that's exactly what is happening here. Kazan, Kemi, you are on point. The suffering of the African guys face is crazy just to get a foreign passport. Some African even have wives in Africa waiting for green lights after Mozungu is dumbled. Yes, that is true. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. They do all these things just for passport. And by the time the passport even ready, maybe 5 years. I have seen, I saw one guy here, he really, really suffered. Sometimes he called and put it on his own. He said, just look in the background here, how this woman is treated. Just said he's just treating me like a houseboy, like his houseboy. And at the point I was almost like boiling. And I said, but even if I boiled here, I'm cracking, but I don't have a way to help you. I don't have a way to help you. You have to face your cross. Yeah, I told him. I want to help. I'm boiling. What I've had, it's not really good, but how can I help you? I don't have it. I don't have the formula. And you have to endure. And that was it. But it was too much. The insult, the everything. It was just like treating a house boy even worse. Even people that have house help, they don't even treat them. Talk to them like that. Come on, get this thing done before I come back. This one. I said, what? What am I hearing? I was I said, probably if I were in the same room, I would have really. So they go through a lot. Now imagine that Moringo, that Roro is humbling him full time, is taming him, and he has to remain in that cabin until he gets what he wants, because he's not ready to give up. He's going to do that. Guys, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's get the like up a little bit. Just hit. Check it out. If you're on your phone, just tap it twice and it's going to take you there. Just tap it, and it's going to take you there. Yes, coming. And now another person, tap the button. Okay, let's just plug my, yeah, it's on now. I had put on the charger down. I said, in case it goes that way, then I put it on. So Atlantic Namesa, is her sister going to Kenya too? Yes, that is the story that we hear. That's the story. And the Grace Griffith said Kohera paid 16 cows, so I don't think he snatched a con mom from a married man. Yes, so con mom needs to pay or clear the air. Right now, we don't know whether this situation, this last scuffle that comes out, because this time he really came out straight against her. What really happened? What could have happened? We don't really know. Did she send messages to him? Or did any of them threaten him? Because the message, what he came out with, is directing it first, hitting her. Boom, boom, boom. So was she the one, or did she send people, to go and warn him or something, a message or something that would have really got him mad? That is now telling the story exactly how it is. Because before, it looks like he was a little bit diplomatic, but now it's coming out raw. raw and uncut. And we don't really know what's really happening. It can get worse. But what do we do at this point? Because at the point I say, no, this man is going bonker. No, this way he will lose his own good side, a good part of him. We saw him like a struggling man. We saw him too that it's somebody that will also need help. Because if they can get the machete and all that, can benefit and enjoy, why not him? We saw him in that way. He was gentle. But when he came out on this way, I said, oh my God, he's losing that respect. He's losing it. Because somebody's trying to bring the worst part of him out. That's why I said probably the Elizabeth Taylor of Nyabohanse could have sent a message or something that could have driven him this out. But anyway, we see how it's going to end up. So Namese says, Cecilia, you will have to choose between a blue jacket and lazy husband's Tommy. No, Cecilia has a blue jacket already. Cecilia. She has a blue jacket. Namese, choice already made my lazy hobby. That's true. And I was Atlas Glass, and remember, it's overthinking and speculations. It's a waiting and a curious game. Romina joined for a reason. Yes. No one knows. Yeah, for a reason, yes. I think it's to uplift her status, financial status. Put it that way, financial status. It's about that because it's pretty, the economy is pretty bad in Argentina. We all know that. It's bad. It's bad. Everything is done there on a daily measured. They have to, use the other part to compromise with this a bit of. It's not going well. Economically, it's bad. So I think she's joining for financial upliftment because it's like probably it's almost the last straw that they can pull because we want to migrate to Europe now. When people from Argentina come here to Europe, they need go through the same resident permit, the same procedure like somebody coming from Africa or the Caribbean. That is what it is here. I have 2 Argentinian friends here. They went through the same process. So, and that's because the economy is nothing. It's nothing. So they pass through the same immigration situation like people coming from Caribbean or Africa. So I think the idea for her to go to Africa is just to help her. And the Ruru would have explained a little bit to her parents, and they all decided, well, if that will help you, why not go? If you don't want to get hooked there like your sister with a baby, man, just go, get your thing done, and you come back. So that's it. But the English, she has to learn English because Ruru is lucky that she had learned English already while in Argentina, in Mexico. So that's something good. And now she improves every day. She's improving more with daily communication with Kenge and with the subscribers, her fans too. So she's improving a lot on that. So, but the sister needs to work on that too. If she really has to carry on with a new channel, get on, moving and traveling around, she needs to keep bettering on her English, but the basic English she needs to start on first. She has to start on that first. It's not a joke. Anyway, if my Yugno can do that, why not her? She can do it because my Yugno started from nothing. We saw how he struggled when he was working in the villa. He was struggling. We saw it all, and he could come up to this. Well, he's a smart guy. That's it. So, Kemi, I'm sure Moringo knows how to keep content coming. Yeah, that's true. And Vico Kazan said, imagine the massive change which has unfolded in our Koro eyes in front of our screens, how Moringo has had his life turned upside down, going downwards, Aurora's favor. Yes, that is all what that Moringo needed to be humbled. He needed somebody. He needed something. And paper for paper and for baby Mozungo. It's not every Mozungo baby that come out to Mozungo. We all have them. They can even be darker. Very dark, just like Obama. Just like Obama, anything can happen. So that's exactly what we saw there. So, but Roro humbled him. Roro knows what he's looking for. I think he's looking for that passport. And Roro said, if I don't tame this guy now, once you get the passport, it's over. Now let me tame him. Let me screw him a little bit and see what more I can get. So I think Roro is walking over time. Roro is walking 2 steps ahead of him. That's what I see there. So, and now Mr. Cecilia Herbert, focus. Yes, we're focusing on Mr. Chemicals. Yeah. Gracie Griffiths, Romina is the greedy bug, just like her long-nosed sister. Ready, get ready, donators. Yes, it's about donation. It's about money. It's about financial upliftment, and not about the color of Genghis. No, not about him. It's about how to penetrate, how to change a life, and how to become the best or have money. Probably get a small structure like a Roro's long nose structure too. For them, it was something big. For them, it's even more modern than the main family house. It's even more modern. Apart from the fact that they lack a choice of furniture, they don't know how to choose furniture. The colors there are outrageous. Even the wood, using a wood on the kitchen sink. Whereas I remember even Moringo was even when they were in the shop, when they wanted to buy that. He said, why don't I'm thinking in case of water, because you always be washing, why don't we take the other sink that has the steel on it? Hey, Madam Roro. He said, no, Long Nose said, no, but this is what I like. I like this one with the wood. Then at the end now, when they're showing some videos and the guy will say, Moringo will say, look at it now. This is getting spoiled because it was wood. I told you, this is it. This is it. So the colors have started changing. Well, for her, it was fantasy. It was fantasy what she saw, something with wood. So she arrived in a plate of gold in the back of a black horse. Wow. So the Gracie Griffith said the girl can't speak English. She said she doesn't want a black man. So is she going to charge? Is she going to charge for dollars? Yes, she will. It doesn't want a black man. Who is she going to get there? If she's going to Africa, what is she going to do in Africa? Or safari or what? If she doesn't want a black man, because you all have black men there in the village or in the capital. Well, it's all about content. And for the Moringo, it's good because it's going to use her just like he used their parents back to back to make content, to make money. So Moringo is going to use all of them with the family going there too. He'll make the money for the transportation. He'll buy ticket for them. But I tell you, in how many videos he will realize that money. So he's bringing out content every day. So two or three content. He's made the money that he bought the ticket for them. Even that ticket is not even going to be from his pocket. It's going to be from his donatus. So the guy is very smart in dealing with them. The Roro too is smart in humbling him because of the Bali and the baby. So there's it's like a use me, I use you. Use me, I use you. Hello, Auntie D. Welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you. So, Kazan said, okay. Kenge might not be fulfilling Roro's needs emotionally or sensible interaction and is leveraging it with Romina. Also, for planning, once Kenge leaves, she has a support network and companion in travel, etc. Yes, that is the goal. That is the whole thing. They all know that's why they're using each other. They're using each other back to back, and along those will need the sister at least for company, while there, and the sister too. I need to go there too because I want to build my financial status. I want to get out of poverty. And so far, I have tried everything in Mexico, in Argentina. It's not working. And if this is the only way, why not? So this is the situation. This is the drive. And this is why they will probably succeed. The probability of succeeding is there because the sister has succeeded. So the sister's own, long nose on, is a success story that they have seen. They saw these changes while she was in Mexico, and she said she used to send some money to the parents. Probably what the parents get from her now is more than before. So now the parents are able for their first time to fly, to enter a flight within the country, to sleep in a 5-star hotel, to wake up and go for a buffet breakfast or dinner. So for them, it's something big. It is something very big, extremely big. So, and Kazan said, Namaste, I heard it from Coco Mama, and Len Koro Koro eyes is in front of our eyes. I love it. Koro Koro sounds great. Kazan, where are you from? Let me, if I may ask. Nanja, or where are you from? Auntie D, good morning, Auntie D. Welcome, Auntie D. Everyone, hello. Anais K, welcome to the show. Hello, Anais, where are you from? Anais, you want a blue jacket to connect? Let me give you a blue jacket for today. Just for today, everybody needs a blue jacket so that you can connect with somebody and somebody can also connect with you. Anais, you have a blue jacket now. Can you put on your blue jacket? And let's see, Kemi, success story, but still stuck in a ghetto, still shocks me too, though. But as you have said, Vico, they still have seen more than they ever imagined. Yes, that's true. That's true. They have seen more than what they ever imagined. So for them, it's a change. It's a very big change. But the guy, he used them because from day one, when he entered that family, they started with the camera right on their face, on the camera. Every corner and nook of the house was with the camera. And Longnose would have been able to explain to them, please allow him to do his thing. This is how we feed on. Or you want me to show you evidence? This is my account every month. This is my YouTube salary. This is apart from the donatus helping, supporting. What the donatus support? Look at it, look at it. So he would have used a lot of words to convince them before the sister can now decide to join, because the sister's situation probably could have been working as a shop attendant. I think she really earned $800. And if she's living on her own or she's sharing an apartment with a friend, maybe 250, and the rest, and how much can she save in a month? Whereas Madam Longnose said, this is what I receive a month. So I think on that note, would have been able to convince him, don't look at this guy's color. It's not about the color. It's about what that comes into my pocket. And that's it. So I saw this coming, and wait a minute. What do you want? I saw this coming, and I saw the whole procedure, and I knew. Now, for me, I think this is the primary factor about this show. This is it, nothing more. Now, Mr. Z, Nigerian culture is really contagious. The food, the pigeon, the music, yes, Mr. Yeah. But Mr. is speaking Nigerian woto here now, so we understand. That's why I said, Mr. hilarious, sure. It's really ready to learn, but please translate before we say funny things. Yeah, Mr. Kazan, please make sure you keep your Koro. Yes. Diploma in being Ninja. She knows some pidgin words in a 419, etc. Welcome to the club. That's true. That's part of us. It's a culture. It's a people. And it is about who we are. We love it. That's always been like that. So, guys, well, we've enjoyed the day. And is there something else you guys want us to talk about before we close the day? Annes K is gone. I asked Annes to put on her blue jacket to connect with somebody. Annes, are you still there? Hello, everyone. She's gone. If not, she could have done that. Now, Mr. Hilarious, love it, ready to learn, but please translate. So, guys, well, this is my little, please remember to, Grace Griffiths, Longnose had to convince her parents because Mama Longnose can't stand the camera, though, but the dollars and the benefit, she didn't mind. That's true. Because the first time somebody donated money to them, and Moringo brought the money to give it to them, and then she was smiling. all over the room. I never saw a smile like that all this while from her. She was smiling. She was happy. So, and I said, oh my God, there's nothing money cannot do. Money can bring out some smiles, even from the saddest person. Gracia Group said, real talk, Vico real. Yes, yes, yes. We tried to coronate. Hello, Maria Brazil. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. But guys, please don't forget to let me write my second channel name, because now we have to also activate our second channels because of the ongoing saga. But I had it for a long time. It was about traveling, because since I used to travel a lot until I resigned. So that one has always been there. It has always been there. So let me just type it out. So at Vico, no, Vico Travels. So please, this is my second channel. You guys can also subscribe to this channel for me, and let's get it up a little bit. And it's a Vico Travels, https:// and youtube.com at Vico Travels. So that's my second channel. So if you guys can also help me, at least subscribe, and let's keep the channel on. And we never know, maybe if I'm good enough to go, I start with my traveling vlog again. But I just wanted to get this one to the monetization first, and after that, then I can also face that better. I'm still a little bit behind in the watch hour for the final monetization, but right now I'm partially monetized. So it's just some few watch hours remaining. If you guys can help me run my playlist, and that can help me take me a little bit further, at least before the ending of the month. Should be able to get that done. So I count on your support, and thank you guys for just subscribe. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Kazan. Thank you, Kazan. Gracie Griffiths. Pew. Just click, 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 and it will take you there right away. Kemi has done it already. Cecilia Hewitt, thank you. Just subscribe. And we are there. Kemi has subscribed already. Kazan, have you done that? Kazan, Cecilia Hewitt has done it. Yes, Namaste. And the thing that Moringo and his siblings sadly specializes in is what's termed, it's what's termed 419. That's one example. Now you deserve your diploma. Yes, for us, in our place, we call it 419, and that's the number of a decree against fraud. So decree number so 419 on fraud. So that's why in a short form, people said 419, you are a fraudster, because the decree that is made against fraud, the number is 419. So that's exactly what they are, with us, we call them 419. So when you say somebody 419, then they know you are a fraudster. 419. So that's exactly what it is. We could just subscribe. Thank you, Kazan. Thank you. God bless. God bless. Namaste. That's a tough one, low. Kenyan culture, street slang always evolves. Hard to keep up. Yeah, it's sometimes it's I don't know, but these are people. I think the village that are extremely blessed. Oh, thank you, Cecilia. Thank you. God bless you, Lord. God bless you, Lord. Thanks. But they don't know what, they just stay in their houses and throw YouTube, through internet. And they have donors right on their door, delivering without walking, sitting down, crossing leg. And the ones that were even walking, farming, they just stop everything. Or selling things, they stop everything. Just sit and expect the donors, old people like us, to go and walk, dirty our hands, to come and be sending. No. Wow. It's another word. Yep. 53rd sub. Namaste. Thank you. Atlas Glass, I'm a sub. Oh, God bless you guys, Lord. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Oh my God. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed with you guys today. Thank you. Thank you. And the Kemi said money tapping is the key goal to Moringa. The family has mastered it very, very well. That's it. That's it. There's no other job for them other than that. They will never stop because it's very easy. They don't have to dirty their hands. They don't dirty their hands at all. The first time that Moringo has ever worked is in the junkyard. Not even lifting one bag of cement in his compound throughout the whole construction. Not even lifting one iron, one rod there. Never. People were doing it for him. Now he goes to junkyard to be lifting, carrying all the debts, all the rubbish that was thrown out the whole junkyard. He had to be picking it. Man, I pitied for him that time because I was wondering, I said, with the one eye, can he even see? I was a little bit saddened, honestly, to be frank. I said, oh my God, can he see what he was doing and was using the shovel? I felt sorry for him at that point, but then it's his choice because there's so many women in the village. He just believed in using the one in the village to go and look for Muzungu. What do you expect? It's Kama. He's the one that called Kama now. Come on him. Hey, Grazie Griffith, just sup. I'm lucky today. Thank you guys. Thank you. And Atlas Glass 419 or Yahoo Boys. Yes, Yahoo Boys. You can say Yahoo Boys too. You can say 419. Yahoo Boys is like about the young boys. Then the 419, any person can do it, a woman, a man, a young person, but the Yahoo Boys those ones that use just the online, the internet to do a lot of things. So that's why they call Yahoo Boys. Yeah. What can they do when there's no job? Yeah, when the corruption is so endemic in Africa, what do you expect? And yet Africa is so rich, and yet Africa is so poor. And the little money that is there, it's just in a few hands. And people will go hungry in the same country that you are part of. And part of your money is being shared within few families. They call themselves elite. How do they become elite? And most of this money is not a generational money that probably their great grandparents would have had industries and would have passed on generation to generation. Maybe this company was founded, this factory was founded in 1800, in 1925, and is still running till today. We hardly see that kind of a factory or industry in Africa again. Once the owner dies, the first generation is over. It doesn't go to the second generation, third generation, like what we see in the Western world. Because if things like that were to exist, then there would have been loads and loads of job creation for people. But it doesn't exist. Everybody believes in stealing from the government. And how does this government makes this money? Because not even tax. People are ready to pay tax. People, not even if they were too ready to pay, they don't want to pay complete. And the people in the offices there will help them and said, give me a little money and I'll cut it down for you. So everything, nothing is working. Everything is a zigzag. Everything. Life is so unfair, extremely unfair. We are so rich, mineral-wise. Everything we have it, food. But people don't even want to farm again. People don't want to farm. So you can imagine all that. It is crazy here. Yes, we do, Cecilia. We love you, Vico. Thanks a lot. So, and Kazan said, Vico, imagine if Conrad, after all this Kohera saga, decides to reconcile with his other two sons from first wife and welcomes them to Nyebuhanse and also gives them land just like he has done to Kenge. And yes, I had said that yesterday that I believe probably that is one thing that is in his mind. His children will forever be his children. It's possible some days he sleeps and he's not comfortable with it. He would have regretted the action by then because, as said, if you guys remember what Kohera said, that when the first wife died, that Machete went there. And if not that, some people told him that they were trying to lynch him, to run away, that he had to run from that funeral site, that he went there, that they wanted to lynch him. So I think probably it was a way for him to attend the funeral. Maybe after the funeral, beg them, beg the family, or talk to the kids, but somebody informed him, you better get out from here, because people were ready to lynch him. So I think probably deep inside his mind, probably he suffers about that decision, and he thinks of how could I ever make it. Probably he would have even made his will and include those children in all those lands that he's buying in Yobohanse. Or you can even buy it, and after, when registering it, go and put the names of those kids. He can do anything can happen at this point because they are his kids. He feels for them. I'm very sure he does. If not, he wouldn't have tried to go for their mother's funeral. He wouldn't have. Or he's working on that reconciliatory pathway with the kids, while Kohera is here shouting, barking like a like a mad dog, ho 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 every day. No, this last episode threw me off. I wasn't expecting this from him. I respected him, but this one I said, no, no, no. When it's too much, yes, we know it's true. We know this is how they are. We know this is how this lady is. But if you continue, you say things that you are not supposed to have, use words that they are not supposed to use, then at the end you belittle yourself. You make people reflect again, think again, say, we thought this guy was responsible. Why is he going this way? That's why I keep asking, is it that this woman would have sent a message to him to provoke him? What could have bring this hard bomb provocation that could have brought out this part of him? Because it's like the person is trying to bring out the bad side of him out. And you can see that there's a sort of jealousy there, deep jealousy too, yeah. Probably if they were even still together, Moringo wouldn't have become a 419. Probably Moringo could have gone to school and go and work in the ministry. So there wouldn't be this money. So, because sometimes, let's call a spade a spade. Probably if their parents were still married, Moringo wouldn't have been a 419, wouldn't have been a fraud, a comedian. He could have, after graduating, could have gone and have a normal job, whether in the ministry, in the government, and that's it. So this other part of him, probably circumstances took him into this. Circumstances drew him into this. So that's what Kohera needs to reflect a little bit. It's supposed to have a Pablo, even if this woman could have sent a message to him. But I think it's a follow-up to what Moringo said, that the father, that he was abandoned as a child, as a baby. And he came out to debunk that story. No, I never abandoned you. Your mother has not been telling the truth. Go to so person. Go to this. They will be able to tell you the truth. Hello, Director Calvo. Welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you. Thank you. And then Namesa said, Kazan, if that happens, that will be fantastic. Excellent progress. Those young men in Kisi deserve their build-out. I think, but who knows? Yes, they deserve it. Probably they've been waiting for him to make a move. They have been waiting. So I think for me, when I heard that he went there for the funeral and he was almost lynched, probably was trying to establish contact and said, don't worry, I'm here for you guys. I'm your father. Probably wanted to call them at the end of it, console them, talk with them. But the hand of the clock got changed. And he fled the scene. That's what, according to allegedly Kohera. We don't know that whether that one is the truth. We don't know. Kazan Vico, Kenge will have a root shock because of land wars. He has built on Condat's land. Now wonder whether he owns anything or it is in the mercy of Condat, including Dim. They cannot dare ask Condat. No, they cannot do that. And he would have done that since he said he doesn't want any woman. What he would have suffered for all his life to just come in the name of marriage and after divorce, take it from him. But in the village, will Roro be able to take the house in the village? Who is going to buy the house of Roro? Who is going to buy it? That house in the village has no value. It has no value. The real value can never be achieved in that location. No, if you were to have built that in Mombasa or Nairobi, yeah, it could have been something big. But there in that village, if it will happen, maybe in 50 years' time, when the baby is about 50 years old, then time flies. Then we have to wait and cross fingers to wait. So Grace Griffith said Kohera tried it sweetie, sweetie. Now he's trying it bittersweet. Yes, that's true. It's a formula. That's why I said is his formula working? Kohera's formula. Is it really working? Worth it? Because it's like he tried to throw it gently, softly. He tried to call Moringo. Moringo refused to pick up his call, nor even had a conversation with him. He tried. He sent the son, one of the son Ellens lives next to Masugo. It's actually that son that introduced Masugo to him. So one of the son lived there in Nyabohanse. So probably through the son could have been able to get Moringo's number. And he called Moringo several times. And Moringo just didn't want to hear anything about him. I think that also has to do with the mother, because whereby if the mother did not portray the father in a bad way, bad light, then the child could have been able to, at least for once, look back. But what I see here, these two characters are almost the same, the father and the son. They have very strong-willed character. I think they determine what they want and they go for it. That's what I see. These few days, the way Bio dad talks and the way Bio son talks, they are aware of reasoning, they are aware of behavior, the manner of behavior is almost the same. If you guys can, take a close look each time at the way they behave, the way they do things, the way they think, they are aware of thinking. It's almost the same. If you guys can imagine it. So that's exactly what I'm seeing here, and I'm just hoping we are not wrong about this something that this is a real biodad, clinically, biologically, and otherwise. And if not, it is allegedly. So this is where the story has taken us to today. So Gracia Hall's formula fall on deaf ears. Yes, it fall on deaf ears. But probably they can, maybe let's see, because when it says that the moon did 90 degrees, leg like this, round up. Well, it didn't really mention the name. It said the daughter. Though we come to understand that the woman has two daughters there, the Lady J and the D. He said, so which one of them was he referring to, guys? Which one was he referring to? The lady has two daughters there. So some people made that observation, which is true. Let's get me one sub. Thank you, guys. Connect with everybody. Connect. Let's connect. We never know the next YouTuber in this, among all the reactors here. Somebody can just come up, please, and let the subs be there for you guys. Take the subs, subscribe to each other. So that by the time you're ready, you never know. When you're less busy again in life and you want to do something, you come up here already. We're already your subscribers already. So let's do this for everybody. Let's subscribe to each other. At least keep it in line, and we know that we are always together, so that anytime any person is ready to come on board a reaction, then fine, we're there. The followers are there already. It's one of our own, and that's it. So 90 degrees instead of 360, that's what he said. Because before I said, did I hear you? Is it 90 degrees or 360? Then I said, which of the daughters? Some people made that observation. My mind didn't even go there. But I said, oh, it's true. There are two girls there. Which of them? She was with two of them. So we've seen something in YouTube Street. So Namasa said, if Moringo went that route, the normal straight path, the world would have been spared one less karma on the planet. But maybe we all couldn't have met lovely people here. That's true. One way, even one bad road, one dangerous road can open something, can open the best, the good part, the good road, the good path you can take, So it's like he opened up something for us, for the village and for us. And we've been able to, align together. We've been able to see things the same way, to analyze things, to see things differently from where other people didn't see. And we've also been able to raise this awareness, send out these signals indicators to the villagers there to wake up. We have been able to wake them up, because if not, they were sleeping there. They would have still remained as slaves there. They wouldn't have known their rights. They wouldn't have known when to get up. They could have continued doing everything there, manning the villa, the animals, digging the sand from the riverbank, continued cleaning the villa every 24/7. They could have been there, remaining there. But we wake them up. We gave them a voice. But now they're even proving to be even much smarter, to even outsmart their boss that gave them the master class on how to deal with us, to be collecting money from us, from all the donors. So it's like now they have mastered the game. They have mastered the game. They have mastered the game. So by the time he comes back, he sees that there's no more servant here. There's no servant, because everybody knows how to play the game. The one he taught them, the one they took from the master class, then plus what they learn more on their own. They combine it together. They will even outshine him. They will. Their houses are ready. They open their villas, they get inside their villa. So, Moringo, what do you have to tell us? The same way you get your money is the same way we're getting our own. You have a villa, and we too have our own castle or villa. So what is there? You come inside to check. What do you have here? You look at your kitchen, look at, because they go inside each other's houses or through the videos they watch, and they learn, oh, this one has this, okay, I'm going to get the same thing. So there's a competition playing out here, a lot of competition here. So Kazan said, Kemi, Kengedale Conda to, as he signed off the land, hence owning the land officially by title. Things are hot now, and the conduct is on guard. Yes, I think so. I think so. Atlas Glass, Kemi, appreciate you. And Grace Griffiths, Kemi, no one knows the ending. No. We still have to wait and see what's going to unfold. And the Kemi, the funny part that Kohera has many kids, but we see none. It could be that he needs Moringo to reverse that bad karma. It is true. It is true, because even in the village, when the lady was just a weekend wife, remember, guys, she's in the school the whole way. And they'll leave a house girl here. So a new flower with an able, mature man in the house. Well, what do you expect? Many could have gone. Once he sees that this one has started protruding, he will find one way, send the person out, and they'll be going there to take care of the baby. And even in the village, they said he has kids with how many women there. So I think most of the lands he's trying to acquire, he's going to leave it for those other kids. He's going to spread it out later. He will spread it out to the other kids. The guy, Machete, knows what he's doing. That's why recently, have you guys seen him in the villa again? No. So there's something that is not there. There's some cornering business. And Moringo is homesick. He knows that there's something going on that he needs to come back to fix it. But probably this paper situation is what is keeping him. Or he would have put in for a third renewal or for the real resident permit now. Because probably what he did was just extending the visa twice, and now he wants to apply for resident permit right now. But even then, he knows that once he gets out, without staying there continuously for 2 years, then the visa problem, by the time he comes by, is going to start from the scratch. Well, for him, if that will allow him in and out, but it's going to be in and out of Argentina and not any other country, or probably within a Latin American country, and that's it, and nothing more. So he's in a very confused state. That's what I can see from this guy right now. But anyway, Kemi said, Kazan said, Kemi, baby stands no chance to own the Bela alone. He would have to share with all of Konda's kids. Yes, it's going to happen. And when the friction begins so difficult, so hard, he's going to run away. The mother will say, you better come back before they fire you in that place, because it can happen. These people, it can happen. So the baby, it will be a difficult thing, you know, but it's the choice of a Moringo, because Moringo could have, avoided this. It could have conveniently avoided this. At your age, you're thinking of a woman from outside coming to take from you. What about the danger, the one that you have here that is carrying machete all the way around? What about this one? This one is even more dangerous. More dangerous, because if it's a woman taking from you, maybe the woman has kids with you. So at the end of the day, the things are going to the kids. It will go to the kids. So what is it? And somebody with a machete, he made the greatest mistake of his life. And Greta Griffith said, Kenge, like everyone, has to hear and be asked an uncomfortable question to heal from the past. Yes, that is what he's suffering from. He's what should I even say? He's a very confused guy. Sometimes he's confused. Let's accept that, even though he will never accept that, but that is the truth. He's confused. He's seen it all, a hardship and everything in the hand of this same man, and a bit of everything. And it's so, and it's not that there's that close bond between him and the brother. No, it's not there. It's not there. Maybe with the sister a little bit, but with the brother, I don't think that bond is not really there. And the father, the machete, is only working to protect the brother. Probably that is the only one that is his. The rest we cannot say. Allegedly. Only DNA can confirm it better. It's your choice. It's not our business anyway. It's your choice. So Namesa, let's read and be closing up. Atlas Glass, no wonder he needs 10 kids and army to fight Machete kids. Yeah, but it will be difficult because Machete kids are, anyway, Machete kids, how many? Apart from the brother, the younger one, that is almost like a woman, a very strong woman who will give him a very hard knock on the head and he will fall off. Maybe the other two brothers, the other from the first wife, yeah. Because there are two boys, and I'm sure if they are as huge as a Machete man, able guys, then you guys can expect something. Then Kenge will say, these ones are not my match. This is not even to talk about a kaboom. These ones are stronger than kaboom. So, okay, Atlas Glass, Kemi, yep, he better fight those parasites. Yes, that's true. And then I said, true, Greta Griffiths, true. I wish that man healing. And Atlas Glass, imagine, and Moringo's ignorance and not being well prepared to secure his wealth will cost him. Sadly, he entrusted Conrad and sent him money to buy the land in his absence. Yeah, that's true. But the second part of it, when he was buying the other second part close to the riverbank, we saw that time he was there and they were negotiating the price and they were showing the boundary, though the corn part was there, except he would have said, okay, this part should be incorporated to the main survey plan of the main building, which was already, would have been, I'm not too sure, allegedly in the name of the corn part. So probably this new part, because this new part, he was there. He negotiated with the sellers and said, oh, because they know he has built it, so now they want to increase the price, that this is his price. And once they agree that they will do the paperwork, except after that, if he were really, really out of his senses, he would have said, okay, this part too, they should join the whole survey plan together. And if they join it together, then it still remain in the name of Machete, because that could have been the point that he could have changed it to his name. But him being a greedy person, he only sees the danger of a woman coming to steal from him. He doesn't see the danger when he goes to defraud old people for donations. So this is the problem. He defraud people to give him the money to buy the land. But he does not want a woman. And it's possible it's women that gave him the money. Old women that gave him the money to buy that land. He doesn't want to see a woman coming to take the land from him or coming to take the house from him. So what does he really want in life? It is something else. Yeah. So Kazan said, Atlas Glass, imagine, and Moringo said, ignorance and not being well prepared to secure his wealth and cost him. Okay, I think I've read that, Kemi. Yes, we noticed from their videos, Conrad is never home. Yes, that's true. He must be in his one of his concubine places. The Kemi, poor Moringo, he has been hook-winked both in Argentina and Yabohanse. Yes, that's true. It's his choice. It's the choice that he chose. And Whitey has a serious guidelines on the elderly abuse. Griffiths came. Imagine Moringo doesn't know what's going to hit him. Yes. Well, guys, we have had a field day today, and we're going to call it a day. And thank you guys for coming back. Always coming back to watch my small shenanigans. And thank you also for the new subscription to my other channel, Vico Travels. I'm extremely grateful to you guys. Thank you guys for the love shown on me, and I'm so glad that, well, today we've been able to iron out a little bit of this stuff of shenanigans that's going on in the village. It helps, it broadens our minds, and it puts us right to where we're supposed to be. And probably the next story, unfolding story, because we know that there's going to be follow-up for sure. There's going to be follow-up for sure with this latest drop of Cohera. It's going to follow up, and we're going to see something. Well, that's exactly what it is. So we go to Nanja Daughter right now, and we go and support her. Woto. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. We'll see you again. Bye.